And it is now time for the game of the hour, the man of the hour. With me here is John Urschel of the Baltimore Ravens. Maybe in the future we'll say of Chess.com, because this guy has a future in chess. John, you're about to take down the world. I promised myself I wouldn't cry. I'm just so proud. No kidding. So let's Tarantino it again and get people to the current position where you are attempting to convert on this extra piece ending. Some tricks here. Couple of things to look out for. We got a pass pawn for your opponent, protected passer on g4. But let's start, for those who have been following the whole series, with the position we left off on move 40. Move 41 for you, where you were dealing with mine and Robert Hess's advice, the critical decision to be made to trade on g4 or not to trade. What ultimately helped you make your decision? And take us through the next few moves, if you would.
Well, you and Bobby Hess were giving me some good advice. I was thinking about bishop f1, but delving into the position further after bishop takes the knight and f takes, we looked at that very good move, knight e4, and I seemed like I had very good winning chances, and I liked the reduction there. So I ended up deciding to take your advice. Hess was actually split. He thought both moves were perfectly fine, but
Right.
I liked your advice.
That being either bishop f1 or bishop takes g4.
Yeah, Hess was
And,
fine with either of them. He thought they were both very strong.
And Robert gets credit for helping us push the needle here and go for the trade, because really this knight e4 move, not to say the endgame isn't winning without it, but it's really key, everybody, because whenever you can have tactics justify your positional goal, the idea here is obvious. If black goes king f5, he goes straight to Forktown, and white goes on to win very easily. So the fact that you could make that transition and improve your knight was obviously huge, right?
Oh, absolutely.
You could do it without the king getting active. So take us through what happened then. So obviously, assuming your opponent did not play king f5, they played the move king to e7.
They played king to e7, and here's where I really had a lot of deep thought, and I actually talked to you about this a lot.
Right.
The thing that jumped out at me was ideas like rook b7, putting the king on the 8th rank, and also ideas like rook b7 and then maybe knight g5. And now I've got a very strong position. The king is stuck on the back rank, and things are looking very dicey for black.
Absolutely.
But, I talked to Danny about this, and he said, the position looks very strong. I still have that rook b7 move if I want it, but why not activate my king? And the more I looked at it, the more I thought about it, bringing my king into the action seemed like a very good idea, so I went with king f2.
For the fans watching at home, no, that was not Hillary Clinton who just walked by Mr. Urschel, or at least we assume it is not. But yeah, she looks a lot like Hillary Clinton. You missed it, buddy. We would only anticipate a whole lot of bodyguards, but that was like, that woman could win a look-alike contest. I'm telling you, that was crazy. Yeah, so I think rook to b7 check makes a ton of sense, and obviously I as we discussed the position, I was supportive of the idea of putting the king on his heels. But when looking at the position, I thought that what's ironic is, as ugly as this looks, the truth is you could almost argue the freeing of the rook to protect the e-pawn, in some cases the threat of e5, right? After knight g5,
Right.
this looks real great. Maybe he can play e5. And
I was thinking f5 after that.
right, I think f5 would be perfect, right? And then there's no reason why you wouldn't be able to deal with the pass pawn. This has to still be winning.
Yes.
But in assessing it without a concrete plan, the truth is that you could argue the king is just as bad here
Right.
as he is on f8, right? And with your knight and rook already ideally coordinated to keep infiltration at bay, I guess I was giving you the urge to be like, well, maybe the simplest thing to do is to do the thing you have to do in the long run.
Yes.
We don't have to play this move to win, but we know we got to find a way to get this king up here. And okay, so you played king f2, and after rook to d8, what were your thoughts here?
And as soon as they played rook to d8, I got so excited.
Right, like how excited? Did you like a touchdown dance?
Crazy excited, because when they played rook to d8, I knew why they were playing that move.
Right, what's that?
They weren't playing that move to try to infiltrate. They were playing that move to try to protect against rook b7.
Right.
That's the idea. And as soon as I knew that's what they were trying to do, I calculated and I decided the trade with the king stuck on d7 and with my king just one rank closer, it makes it completely winning.
Easily winning. And I guess
Easily
the
winning.
goal is that if you establish your king on e5,
Hmm.
I mean, it almost looks like you're winning in a king and pawn ending, right? You wouldn't be just because that guy's a protected passer, but
Yeah.
it's pretty close. And the more active king is just such a dominant part of how you convert on these small advantages. So I say kudos to you recognizing that. It's excellent technique to make sure you only transition to the next stage of converting an advantage when you know what's good for you, and that's exactly what you did. This is so Rook D7 was played, you traded, and then activated your king just as you said. And so where we currently stand is right here with your move.
Yeah.
Why don't we do something a little different? How about you take us through how you're going to play this position as white, and I'm going to play the black pieces, and I'm going to test your line. So you play white, you
Okay.
move the pieces in white, and I'll play black, and we'll see how the
Perfect.
game goes out a few times.
I'm down. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
King
I just want you
E5.
to know I'm kind of
Easy.
like quick. I'm kind of quick on my feet, like football. All right, I'm like juking
Oh,
you
yeah?
right now. My
All
king
right.
could go either way. All right, I'm juking you. Maybe
Do
king
what you
E7,
want.
king G6. Like, oh, you don't know. I'm gonna shake and bake. And
All
then
right.
bam.
Do whatever you feel.
Uh,
Because I'm telling you, this puppy's won.
yeah. Well, all right. Hold on. So here comes my shake and bake. I'm shake and bake. F7 D7. That's my only way to throw you off right now. I'm gonna go here. Okay. No, I feel you. Let's see what you're.
Hmm.
Let's see what you're up to. But let's see just how fast you can get back and
Oh yeah.
catch my pawn as he runs.
Because I took with tempo with the check. The pawn's
You
going
did.
forward.
But now, okay. Now there's I think there's one plan here that wins for white, and a couple of plans that actually don't win. So I'm going to give you a chance to go wrong.
Okay.
We'll see if you choose the right path.
All right. Let's see.
I'm like that old guy in Indiana Jones right now. I'm like giving you the choice of the cup. You know, he chose wisely, he chose poorly. You get it.
I think
You
I'm
don't-
going to choose wisely.
You don't get it. You get that reference, right?
I do get that reference.
Okay. I mean, that was that we were going to have real issues.
Don't worry. We're still
all right.
okay.
Okay, you did choose wisely. Darn it! I was hoping
yes.
you would be focused on the king activity.
I have calculated.
He's already calculated. Oh, that makes me so angry.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, I'm gonna play this all the way out till I know for sure you got it in the bag. I'm gonna
Yeah.
really test you as your coach here.
Okay.
All right. Okay, moment of truth.
Moment of truth.
Moment of
Okay.
truth. The drum roll. Brrr. I can never do. I've never been able to
Wait,
do it.
why am I don't even... I'm pretty sure I can just take here.
Well, that's the only way to win.
Yeah.
Okay, but I mean,
when you were like moment of truth, I started to doubt myself.
okay, I mean, it looks a little counterintuitive to go backwards. With
Yeah,
the
but that's
king.
fine because you can't take the knight.
Right. The real key to understanding is like in this position, you could even play this move and you're still winning
Yeah, of course. I mean,
because I'm
that
completely
if that
frozen.
knight and that pawn just stay there, I can move my king wherever I want, and
Right.
it's
And
completely
the point,
winning.
everybody, is that if the king ever takes the knight, the pawn runs and can't be
Off
caught.
to the races. Yeah.
Right. So the real, I was trying to give you a chance to go wrong. If John didn't understand that he needed the knight's help to win with the rook pawn, then he could have blundered here. The point is, if you push this pawn outside of the king's
Oh, yeah.
ability to go
Then you're
get
in
this
trouble.
guy, now it's a draw actually, despite
Yeah.
the extra piece.
Yeah.
Note though, John, it wouldn't be a draw if you had the exact same endgame, but this was any other pawn but a rook pawn. Because in those cases, you could go forward, and eventually when the king is in zugzwang, where it would be stalemated, you just make a waiting move with the knight.
Right.
The
No,
problem
I'm
with the
you.
corner pawn is if you commit to that, just to show everybody, if we get to a position like this, there's no waiting move with the knight that forces my king away from the corner. You either stalemate me and it's a draw, or you keep waiting and I keep waiting.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So I wanted to test you. That's all. I just wanted to make sure you were ready. I wanted to
I'm
make sure
ready.
you understood that you need that pony to convert on the rook pawn.
course.
The other opportunity John had to go wrong was really here. If he had decided that king activity in opposition was more important than clearing a direct path to the rook pawn. If he had played this move, I think the position is actually a draw again with this.
Yeah.
Because suddenly you're shielded and my king is actually gaining opposition. So, or even, okay, maybe not this. I guess if you go back, maybe you can somehow tickle me into...
Yeah, but why go back?
Yeah, I'm just
You
trying.
know?
Yeah, actually, maybe it's already a... I guess you could still tickle me into a victory here. So you would still be able to get it, but would have been close. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you passed test number 1. Very good. Very good. Test number 2 involves American Ninja Warrior training, where you have to go up the warped wall. That's a twist ending.
Okay.
Just kidding. Do you ever watch American Ninja Warrior?
I do not.
Dude, greatest show ever. Anyway, okay. So I don't even know what else to say. I feel like you've officially graduated from the Vote Chess School of Danny Rensch.
Yeah,
we tested you.
If they go King G6 here, I take that pawn, and they've got all sorts of trouble. So
yeah, I mean, I'll play it out a few moves just to give you a chance, make you feel good, Hollywood.
No, I'm good.
You got this one.
I got this one. This is like,
Yeah, I mean,
this is 1-1.
Yeah, now you're making progress with the king, and there wasn't even
Exactly.
any risk with the
And
knight
there's, like-
leaving this pawn here.
Exactly.
Right. Well, I think we'll have obviously a lot to talk about. Actually, maybe we won't. We've talked about it a lot. I mean, the truth is you're going to finish off this game, and I think most of the instructive moments here are over, assuming you're able to clean up.
Oh, yeah.
So-
I mean, no matter what they play, all variations, completely won. I've got this thing completely cleaned up. So it's just a matter of when they resign.
Right, not how.
Not if they resign, but when.
Right.
And once they do, once I get my next off day from training camp, we'll go through the whole game and we'll do a computer analysis. And that should be really cool.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. When we review the game
That should
with
be exciting.
computer analysis, it'll be really interesting to see the quality of John's moves, the quality of the world's moves, and maybe any instructive opinions that we might have that sort of assist or complement what the computer thinks about the position. But overall, this has been great. So what kind of dance, like I know you have like a touchdown dance because all football players do, even those on the defense.
Mm-hmm.
But what kind of dance are you going to do when you win this game?
You know, I don't know. I was thinking...
like you could spike a chessboard, but I don't want you to get fined for that, right? Isn't it bad to spike the football
I mean,
now?
there is a fine for that, but I'm willing to take the fine.
Right, you're
just
willing to
spike
take the
their
fine.
king. Just to spike.
You know, I think
Ready.
that's what we got to do.
I got to do it
I
for
think-
the team.
I think after this video, we review it, we go into the game in detail, assuming you take care of business, and we're going to have some sort of epic dance at the end of that video. I want to see a king spike. I want to see a moonwalk. I don't know. I want to see it all. I want the moves to come out of the bag.
I'm ready. I'll prep.
All right. I'm ready. You've earned it. You deserve it. Do you have anything to say to me? This is the first time I've ever been a part of a team that beat the world. I've played 3 games versus the world in my time here with Chess.com. I've drawn 2 and lost 1. You beat the world before I did, buddy.
We beat the world together, man.
You know, you get the credit, but you know, hey, I'm going to take it. I'll take a
This
a
counts
shameless
as a
victory.
W in your book too.
It counts as a W. Thanks for watching, everybody. Give us a comment here. You're still not too late to join the losing team, the team of losers. No, I'm kidding. At this point, it might be a little too late. Not too much you can contribute, but stick around for the very detailed and really instructive analysis we're going to do in the last video. John, congratulations again, and we'll see you in probably won't be more than a week before this game is wrapped up.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.